Hello and welcome to another episode of Legacy Gaming with Atari Man 71. This is an extra episode. I am actually going to be playing some prototypes again tonight from the Atari 2600. So on my list here, I have Saboteur, which is shown here on the screen. Then I also am going to see if there's a Garfield. There's a Monster Size, the A-Team, which is basically this same game. And we'll see from there. There's a game called Peekaboo. So we'll see. We'll see. And some of these prototypes are not finished, so I'll just see how far I can get tonight. So the first game on my list is Saboteur, and I have a little information thanks to the people at AtariProtos.com. I've done a little practice just prior to doing this because I was trying to figure out some sound issues. But Saboteur is cartridge CX26119. It was never released, but it was developed in 1983. Saboteur was later reprogrammed as the A-Team, and it was not released as the A-Team either, which is a shame because this game is actually somewhat decent. So this says it's a brilliant multi-level shooter by Howard Scott Warshaw, and that's the person that made Yar's Revenge, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and E.T. And in the game, there are the flies from Yar's Revenge, so it's not surprising that they did that. It says he's behind ET too, so maybe that's part of the reason they canceled this game. So the game revolves around a robot named Hotot, who discovered an alien missile base hidden in his planet. These evil blue aliens are using Hotot's planet as a launching site for their deadly warhead, which is posed to destroy the galaxy's power source. With the help of the mysterious Gorfons, the native yellow bird-like race, Hotot must destroy the rocket, disarm the warhead, and prevent his planet's destruction. So basically, you're going to have a couple screens. There's one screen where there's 6 horizontal rows, and the evil master robot is at the top. He shoots at you. The robots that are building the robot and the Yar flies are building the missile. So you got to kill those, and then there's these little yellow birds that help you. And every time the bird gets to the missile, it takes a piece away. Every time the Yar flies or the Kotal construction robots get to the missile, it goes up. It moves up a little. And in the first phase, you're trying to prevent the missile from being built, and in the second phase of the game, you are trying to destroy the pieces for the warhead that are on a conveyor belt, but they're protected by a force field, so you have to bounce your lasers that look like lightning bolts off of the robot, and they shoot down and hit the pieces because there's something about the robot has the same frequency as the force field, so you can bounce them off the robot and they hit down and hit the items on the conveyor belt. And if you destroy all of those, then the missile automatically destroys. If you do not destroy all the warhead pieces, you have a chance to shoot the warhead and destroy it before it blasts off. And then you go back to the first level where you're basically trying to prevent the robots from constructing the missile, but it's just a little faster. And I played this game a little bit. It's pretty fun. I said that the Yar flies are in the game. Also, the lightning bolt that you shoot out kind of reminds me of the snake in Raiders of the Lost Ark. So it's probably, this guy reused some of his programming and did it just in a certain way. The other thing is there are what was the other thing in this game? Oh, there are drones. So if you prevent the missile from being built, when you are trying to destroy the pieces of the warhead, it'll determine the number of drones. And the drones are similar to the drones in Yar's Revenge. They're just little dots that blip around. But it'll determine the number of drones that are coming after you when you're trying to destroy the warhead pieces. If you prevent the missile from being completely built, you'll get a bonus. And then there's only one drone. If you do not prevent the missile from being built, there are 2 drones, and they move much quicker. So it's a pretty fun game. I will go into Stella now, and I'm going to launch it. Okay, select. Okay, so this is the game, 1984. I'm just going to reset it and start playing. It's a pretty fast-paced game, but the top row is the master robot, and then the little robots you see running back and forth on the other four rows are building the missile that's on the right side of the screen. And then the Yarflies actually help them, and I don't know if they're going to show these little yellow, there's one, that little yellow bird thing, that actually takes pieces away from the missile, and they help you, so you don't want to shoot them. Although it's very difficult not to because everything is coming at you so quickly. So I'm going to reset the game and just start playing. Okay, I'm going to move the screen and it's going to... Okay. So... Now see the bad guy up here shot one of those little birds, and you can kill him, but he comes right back. Okay, so I stopped the missile from being built, so I got a bonus. So now, you don't want to get hit by the drone. And you're bouncing your lasers. Oh, I knew it was going to hit me. You're bouncing your lasers off the master robot. Oh. It's also reusing the sound effect from Yar's Revenge. Oh, come on. Alright, so I'm going to play again. So this is a missile launching, and it's going to destroy. So I shot it. So that's game. I think you have 5 lives. I'll play it again though. I'll play it again. Hope it's not too loud. It's pretty loud in my headphones. Let me see if I can turn my headphones down without turning down the stream. Let's go here. Turn the volume down just a little bit. And take a drink too. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to Stella. Oh, I moved Stella all the way down. Okay. So I'm going to reset it and see how it does. Okay, it's better in my headphones. Hopefully the sound is not too loud in the game, though. Ah. Didn't mean to kill that bird. Ah. Oh, come on. Just trying to sneak in to kill that robot. So I stopped the missile, so there's only one drone. And if you touch the master robot, it kills you too. Boy, I am doing terribly. Why is my score... Oh, that's the time remaining. I was like, why is my score so low? Did worse that time than the last time. Okay, starting over. Trying to not kill the birds. Ah. Okay, so we got the bonus. Missile not created. Ah, I ran right into that. I'm getting awfully lucky here. The moment you stop following the drone, you're in trouble. So it's gonna launch. There was one piece left. I got a shot at killing it now. So I destroyed it. Ah, I was trying to get that Yarfly. Ah. But I could sneak in there. There's two now, so that means he built the whole missile. A little better that time. Like I said, this game is actually pretty fun. It's another one, it's a shame they didn't release. Maybe due to the fact that the guy that wrote it also created E.T., which was so hated by so many people. Bonus. Oh, come on. That was close. Oh. That was lucky. Come on. So a missile's gonna take off. Sorry, I killed an ant on my desk. No matter how much I try, I kill the birds. Okay, so that the bad guys' shots in this round are bouncing up too. Oh. Oh. If I hadn't wasted so many lives against the master robot on that first level, I probably would have done okay that round. Ah. I feel bad when I kill those little birdie things. I'm sure that's what's supposed to happen. Oh, come on! I'm trying to avoid it so much, I'm just running right into it. I think it's gonna bounce one way and it bounced a whole nother way. Hey, we did it! And it just destroys. Ah, crap. I must have got hit on the rebound shot. Ah, only one drone here, so let's see if we can do this. And I'm down to my last life. I almost ate it there. Oh, there's two drones. I tried. So it's Saboteur. It's actually a pretty fun game. It's pretty challenging. So, you know, this is another one. It would be great if... Hey, Jay, how's it going? Thanks. There's... you know, this is a game they could put out. I mean, they could just release this, you know, just print some cartridges and do it maybe on a limited release. It'd be great. So I'm going to call up the A team and play that maybe a couple rounds too, since they're basically the same. They're basically the same game. So let's see here. Let's scroll up to the A team. I think it's up. Yeah, A team, aka Saboteur. So we will launch this one. And you see, it's the same. It's just Mr. T in the middle. So I'm assuming the guys with the steel beams, you want to kill those. Murdoch, I think, is the guy with the hat, and he helps you. And then the guy at the top is the foreman, you know, and he shoots at you. So it's essentially the same game. They just changed the sprites. So let's see how this goes. Six lives. Oh, I killed Murdoch. Ah, I ran right into that. I guess after they drop off their steel... Oh, come on. Yeah, this is the exact same game. And you see that laser or whatever you're shooting looks remarkably a lot like the snake in Raiders of the Lost Ark. The sound is from Yar's Revenge. When you shoot your cannon... Oh, come on. Oh, two more pieces. No. It's launching, so now I gotta shoot it. Ooh, it's a helicopter. I shot the helicopter, I guess. Oh, he shot me. I'm not paying attention to the guy on the top. Oh, I shot Murdoch. So it plays the 18 theme song instead. It's kind of interesting. It's pretty different. So essentially, it is the same game though. It's the same gameplay. Nothing's any faster or any slower. You saw that just the sprites have changed. Hmm. Uh, ooh, that was close. Ah! And now, I lost another life. All right, we'll kill the helicopter again. Wow. Wow, the helicopter was so easy last time. Wow. Ah. Okay, well, that's the A team. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm gonna see what Stella has in here. So, let's see. Bobby. Okay, that game's not in here. I was looking for the game Boing. Elevator action. Now that I don't know if that was released for ColecoVision or what. It's in the list. Elevator action. Okay, so it's in here. So let's see what Atari Protos has to say about elevator action. Elevator action. They do have a listing. So it is cartridge CX26126. It was programmed by Dan Hitchens. It was programmed in 1983, but it was never released. Okay, so it's a port of the 1983 Taito arcade game. So I don't think I've ever played this. I remember the title and I remember the name, but I don't think I've ever played this game. So might spend a little bit of time here trying to figure it out. Um, uh, so it says here, Elevator Action is a title that no one in his or her wildest dreams actually thought existed. So when its existence was revealed on a message board, there was quite an uproar. To further complicate matters, the whole story started out as an elaborate April Fool's Day joke without an ounce of truth to it. But when, by a chance meeting with an ex-Atari programmer, someone was able to obtain an actual prototype, no one actually believed them. But when it was shown at the Philly Classic, all skepticism and criticism was put aside as collectors got to see one of the true lost classics of the Atari 2600. Okay, so you play the role of Agent 17. Your nickname is Otto. You must grab all the top secret documents from a 30-story building and make your way to the getaway car at the bottom. Along the way, you will encounter enemy agents who will pop out of doors and attempt to assassinate you. This could have been like the Pink Panther, too. You can either shoot the enemy or crush him with elevators or by shooting out ceiling lights. Ah, yes, elevators. It wouldn't be elevator action without elevators now, would it? Along the way, you'll encounter numerous elevators, which you must ride down to lower floors. Unfortunately, the enemy likes to ride the elevators too and will attempt to crush you with them or shoot you as you ride. Elevators aren't the only source of transportation in the building. On the lower levels, you'll find escalators, which will take you down one level but leave you exposed to gunfire. Scattered through the building are red doors, which contains top secret documents you're after. You must grab all the documents before you get to the bottom of the building, or you will be forced to go back and retrieve the documents you missed. Whew. Surprisingly, the 2600 was able to simulate the look and feel of the arcade version very well. The graphics are bright and well done, and the gameplay, bugs aside, is almost an exact copy of the arcade. The programmer was even able to get multiple enemy agents on the screen at the same time, if only in one color, without much flicker. This is far better than most thought the 2600 was capable of. Unfortunately, this version has still a long way to go before a final product and is riddled with multiple bugs. The most obvious sign that the prototype is incomplete is the complete lack of sound or music. Ugh, although this doesn't hurt the game as much as you'd think. The next thing most people notice is your character can fly. No, really. You can push the jump button and keep pushing up. Your character will hover in the air indefinitely, right above the enemy bullets. You can use this trick to fly by moving right or left by pushing and keeping the character airborne as he moves through the building. You can also do the reverse of the flying bug by crouching, moving left or right, effectively hanging below the enemy's bullet range. The jumping bug is responsible for another interesting glitch, which makes your character invincible to a point. If you push up while your character is in his death animation, you will break out of the death cycle and jump instead. With careful timing, you can use this trick to become invincible, although you'll still have to watch out for enemy elevators since you can't jump inside an elevator. Remember, Caesar, thou art mortal. Okay, so this sounds interesting. It's a prototype. They say it's about 75% complete. So we will go to Stella and I'll launch the game. Unfortunately, there's no sound here, so you just have to make up your own sound as it plays. So I'm gonna move this so when I launch it, it kind of blocks the whole screen. So I'm going to reset the game. Okay, so there's shooting. Push up is jump, push down is crouch. Okay, so now, can I get in this? Am I in this elevator? And so we need to go down. Okay, so we're controlling it. So I control the elevator. Ooh, there's a bad guy. There's another bad guy. And I'm looking for red doors. Lots of bad guys. There's a red door. Oh, he shot me. Oh, he shot me again. Jerk. Okay, so if I jump, oh, that's the hovering. So yeah, you can hover. And you can fly. And you can, if he shoots, dip down, shoot him, fly again. But you can't go up a level. Now this is the lower levels, so there's the escalators here. Is this elevator going to come back up or no? So now I think, oh, here we go. Escalator. This is good, but oh no. Do you have lives in this game? I don't see any lives anywhere. I'm not seeing the elevator. So how do I summon the elevator? Hmm. Oh. See, I don't see any lives anywhere. So every time I... Oh, that's game. So I must have been wrong. So I can stand in the elevator shaft. Does that call the elevator when I stand there? See, I can't seem to... I got the one red thing, but maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. It says there's 30 floors, but I went through all those floors and didn't... Alright, let's reset. Oh, there's multiple games here. So let's play game 2. So there we see the elevator. And I need to get 30 documents. Oh yeah, I move it. Oh, this is a 2-player game. Oh, and his lives show up there. Let's see. F1. It's 1-player or 2-player. So I'm gonna try it again. So yeah, I got 3 lives showing up there. Can't see how I died here. See, now the elevator's down there, so I'm gonna go off. But see, there's no red documents anywhere. I'm guessing that that's part of the thing that's incomplete. They only have 1 red document for you to get after. Oh no! See now. No elevator, no document. Just bad guys. And I'm stuck on this layer, on this level. I can die. It's interesting because when you're crouched, so it says if you get shot and you jump, ah, well, that's clever. I mean, I can keep killing guys, but I can't get documents because there's no documents. So that's elevator action. Incomplete game, but, a game nonetheless. So I'll get out of that. Okay, so we played elevator action. Let's see. Garfield. Okay, Garfield on the run. So let's see the information about this. Guessing it's going to have something to do with lasagna. So it's cartridge CX26132. It was written by, and I apologize if I mess their names up, Steve Wojta and Mimi Doggett. And the year was 1984. It was not released, and it's based on the long-running comic strip. 1984 wasn't a good year for Atari and the video game industry in general. The fact that Atari was doing so poorly, it was losing almost $1 million a day. That's crazy. Because of this, Atari decided to stop developing games that it didn't think would sell in large numbers. Once Atari was sold to the Tremales, They took a look at Garfield and decided they didn't want to pay the high royalties to Jim Davis and Steve Wojta, so the game was canceled. When Steve heard of this, he didn't take the news very well, but he had a little time to protest, as most of Atari's staff was laid off. To make a long story short, Garfield was never finished. That's the sad thing about a lot of these prototypes. Uh, Garfield stars a lovable orange furball from Sunday Comics. He's on a mission to find Normal. That's his little nephew, I think. He was always trying to get away from him in the comic strips, though. You're going to cross 5 different action-filled screens while keeping a lookout for the nefarious Odie. That's the family dog. Movement is strange. You don't move left or right with the joystick, but by pressing the fire button to jump. It takes a few tries to get a hang of it, but it fits well with the whole fence post idea. Burgers. The screen is fairly simple. Garfield must hop the fence post. Eating burgers. The burgers fly back and forth across the screen, and there seems to be an infinite number of them. They said it's similar to Taz. The screen may not be complete, as you can eat the burgers just by standing still and don't need to jump at them. Although if you do jump, Garfield opens his mouth to eat it. There's really no explanation for this screen, but according to Steve Wojta, this was sort of a dream sequence. This would explain the flying burgers. After eating your fill of burgers, you can jump off to the right and get to the next screen. Flower pots, this is similar to the burger screen, but instead somebody's throwing burgers. They are trying to clobber you with flower pots. You must make a way along the fence, jumping as usual, but must duck when the flower pot sails over your head. Okay, they alternate flying from left to right, so keep your eyes peeled. That's going to be interesting. This game looks graphically great. The roof, now Garfield must make his way along the roof to get to the other side of the yard, but watch out for Odie. He's hiding in the chimney and waiting to pounce on poor unsuspecting Garfield. The screen really doesn't make much sense and probably would have had more to it had the game been finished. Still, it shows off Atari's 2600 graphic abilities nicely. And that's the one. They have a picture of it here on AtariProtos.com. And it's pretty amazing looking. For an Atari 2600 game, it's decent. Then the Odie invasion. Now the game starts to get plain weird. On this screen, Garfield must hop from Odie to Odie while either eating burgers or avoiding flower pots, depending on when you encounter this screen. Steve may just have been playing around with the 2600's mirroring abilities, as everything is duplicated once on the top and once on the bottom, unless Garfield got a hold of some bad catnip. I can't see this board staying this way in the final version. According to Steve, this was some kind of nightmare stage. And then Normal, looks like Garfield finally caught up with Normal. He's a little gray thing hanging from the platform. All you have to do on this level is touch Normal and you'll be whisked off to the next screen. From here, the screens start to repeat, but they don't appear in the same order. There are 2 plant screens, a burger screen, and another weird Odie screen. This time with a plant before you get back to the burger screen. So yeah, it's incomplete, but it sounds interesting. It sounds like it would have been a good game. So let's go ahead and launch this. Oh, I didn't launch it. Escape. Oh no! I thought escape took me on a tilde. Yeah. Okay, here we go. That was basically looking at the memory banks for Garfield. We don't need to do that just to play the game. So I'm going to move this so that I can see. Oh no, I screwed it up. Boy, just moving the screen, it glitched on me. Now the game doesn't even launch anymore. Oh no, maybe I won't play Garfield after reading all of that. I screwed up the ROM. Let me reopen Stella. Okay, then we'll go back to the stream, back to Stella, remove this, and then we'll select Garfield. Maybe it automatically loads that up. Escape, tilde, exit ROM. Maybe it's a bad ROM. So I'm going to try moving it again. Okay, good, good, good. So let's see if there's multiple. There's 2-player and 1-player, I'm guessing. Okay, so there's the burgers on the fence. So apparently, yeah. Let's see if we can jump and they probably weren't. Yeah, he opens his mouth. That's kind of funny. So you don't even have to pull the joystick. You just push the button and it moves them from side to side. So I'm guessing you can only eat so many burgers. Although if you just sit here, you can eat as many as you want. I wonder if there's a free life. No, probably not. This is... Oh, you can change... Okay, you can change direction with the joystick. But that's it. Oh, wow. Oh, that's the Taz noise altogether. Oh, man, that noise is totally Taz. Oh, no, it put me back at the beginning. Okay, so this is the roof scene. And you see, this is actually pretty good for a... so, yeah, you're just hopping. So you got to watch out for Odie. So I don't know how you get past him. They're coming a lot faster. Woo! Ah, crap. Is that game? That's game. I didn't get to normal, though. Ah, that was ridiculous. There he is. And apparently all I have to do is get him here. Hey, I got a bonus. That's good. Oh, I ducked on the... Why is there 2 of me? I thought I was supposed to alternate between flower pots and... Not a lot of scoring in this game, that's for sure. And there's no timer, so technically you could sit here. Let's see what happens. 1,000 points, nothing. So I think that's all the screens. Woo. I pushed down. I think that's game. Yeah. So that's Garfield. Interesting game nonetheless. Shame that, these games didn't get finished because the video game market crashed. Odie is probably the hardest part of this. The roof is good, but I mean he's kind of floating in the air. I don't know what the timing is. Okay, so that's Garfield. I'm gonna get out of this game. Okay. So we did the A team. So there's a game called Monster Size. Let's see if Stella has that. Stella has everything. Well, Stella doesn't have it. I got the ROMs from somewhere else. So Monster Size, kids controller. Oh, can't play that. I don't have the kids controller up here. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Peekaboo. What's the time? It's time to get ill. Doesn't look like it here. Oh yeah, Peekaboo. Duh. Dr. Salt kids controller again, so I'm sorry. I have to skip that. Motor Psycho. Motocross, Motor Rodeo. No. It would be right here where Mountain King is. And Motor Psycho. So that wasn't ever released, I guess. Parker Brothers games. Combat 2. Now I've seen that's out there. People actually have cartridges, so I'm guessing somebody put a ROM on the thing. Combat 2. Okay, so let's see what 2600 ROMs or Atari ROMs has to say about that. Combat 2. Okay, so Combat 2 is cartridge CX2663. That's not the number I have here. What did I see? CX26156. 63 is listed as Roadrunner. So that's incorrect. That's the game Roadrunner, and I have that cartridge, and I played it on my stream. So this is cartridge number CX26156. The programmer is GCC. I don't know who that is. The year was 1982, and it was never released. Prototype artwork was shown in the Atari catalog. The model number was eventually assigned to Roadrunner. Okay, so they changed it. So that's what it is. Combat was one of the most popular games for the 2600. So it was only natural that Atari would want to make the sequel to the game that started it all, but for the sequel to be successful, it needed to add twists without taking away from any of the gameplay elements that made the original game a hit. Unfortunately, Atari only got the first part right. Oh no. Combat 2 involves new twists to the old classic. So, I mean, it's basically similar to Combat. So let's just launch it. I don't really have a lot of time left, and I don't really want to read a lot like I did with the last one. So we'll just launch it and play it and see how it goes. That's the way we used to play games in the past anyway. When I was a kid, just didn't read the instructions. You just plugged the sucker in and played. I mean, it looks pretty decent. So how many games are there? Oh, that's... Hmm. There's multiple different varieties here. It's a shame. I don't see game numbers, so... Ooh, and I don't have any sound. Did I reset? Oh, I'm not. No, I'm in the game. Okay, so I'm spinning. Oh, you... Hands free. So who got hit? Ooh, you have to hit it multiple times. Oh, nice little mushroom cloud there. So 3 little shots, and let's see, can I cross any bridge? It's kind of nice that you don't have to hold the joystick forward. Can I shoot my own base? Ooh, I'm running out of fuel. You can go through the water, but it slows you down. Ah, you can move backwards. And you can set your rate of speed. That's the fastest you can go. Is there a wraparound? No, you hit the wall. So there's a little bomb next to my name. I don't know how to activate that bomb. So you basically have a set number of lives. It's interesting, your tank actually shows. So you kill the guy 4 times, you win. It's not a numbered score game. But what's interesting is when your tank gets hit, it shows damage. So this is the one we did. We did the tree one. Or that's resetting, that's why. Bricks. So this is multiple trees. This is, let's see what this one is. This is bricks. Oh, wow, it's like a maze. But you can destroy it. I mean, see his tank is showing damage. So what is that bomb coming up? You know? So you have 4 lives in the game. So what's interesting, so if we go through this game here, so there's tons of trees here, right? But I'm gonna reset it. You can drive right through. Oh, you disappear though. Oh, that's kind of nifty. Kind of hide. Hey, come find me. You know, but the minute you shoot, you're blasting trees. It's an interesting concept. So this is a prototype. I bet you this game is probably only 30% done. You know, they had to have added some stuff jets, I mean, and the ricochet was some of the most fun in the game because you'd bounce and get people, and you'd have to know angles to shoot it off of. I mean, the water is interesting, but it's always the same pattern. It'd be better if they had different scenarios. Maybe a hill or two you couldn't go through, and areas you had to go around, and they could do a lot with this game. It's just a shame. Just a shame that it's really not all that great. So anyway, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. Um, as always, if you like videos like this, please like, please subscribe, please follow. I'm on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube, give me the thumbs up. You can leave a comment there. You can comment on Twitter. Um, you can join the stream and leave a chat message for me in here. I do my best to see them, but sometimes they'll scroll and I might miss them. But you know it's I'm putting this out there because it's basically I want to document my collection. I have this big collection and I don't really do anything with it. So this is some way that it basically makes me still play the games and you know possibly provide some entertainment to some people. So as always, be healthy, stay safe, wash your hands and social distance. I should be back tomorrow playing some more prototypes because, like I said, I'm taking a break from doing my regular programming. I have some photos and everything that I'm working on. Uh, I put the cartridge pictures of the cartridge, so I've taken pictures of all my cartridges, but unfortunately, I have to crop them and get them so that they look decent on the screen. And so anyway, I'm working behind the scenes. I upgraded my video editing software and stuff like that. So hopefully, when I come back, things will be good. And then plus, I'm still learning OBS Studio a little bit, so I'm trying to figure out how to, you know, best present the stream and get the most information out there for you. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.